Can you imagine an international megastar being kicked out of an airport like a commoner? That's exactly what happened to Xiao Zhan, a famous Chinese actor and singer, in a shocking incident that is now the talk of the town across Asia. Tensions rose dramatically when Wang Yibo, Xiao Zhan's fellow celebrity and close friend, arrived on the scene and was outraged at the treatment of his colleague. The question is, how did a trivial incident at the security checkpoint turn into an international scandal that threatens the reputations of all parties involved? "They treated him like a criminal," said an eyewitness who was at Terminal 3 of the international airport when the incident took place. Who could have predicted that Xiao Zhan's routine trip would end in a humiliating expulsion and a heated confrontation involving security personnel? The video that captured part of the incident has been viewed more than 50 million times in 24 hours, showing how the Asian entertainment world is being rocked by an unprecedented scandal. Was it purely a misunderstanding, or was there a hidden agenda behind the controversial treatment of one of Asia's biggest stars? The biggest shock came when Wang Yibo, known for her calm temperament, was seen snapping at a senior security officer and demanding an explanation. "You don't know who you're dealing with," Wang Yibo is heard saying in the scattered footage. Emotions ran high as a crowd of fans began to gather, witnessing their idols being treated in a way they deemed unfair. How could the security guards not recognize two of Asia's biggest celebrities? And why was there no notice or special protocol put in place to prevent this embarrassing incident? As a fan, or even a casual observer, you must be wondering, what exactly happened behind those airport doors? The incident began on Wednesday morning when Xiao Zhan arrived at the international airport for a flight to Shanghai, where she was scheduled to attend a promotional event for her latest movie. Wearing a black mask, sunglasses, and a baseball cap, the standard disguise to avoid crowds of fans, Xiao Zhan entered the security screening area. According to eyewitnesses, problems arose when the security guards asked Xiao Zhan to remove the mask and glasses for identity verification. "He seemed hesitant at first, probably worried about being recognized," said Liu Wei, a passenger who was right behind Xiao Zhan in line. "But then he complied and took them off very quickly." However, a security officer named Zhang Lin later said that the photo in Xiao Zhan's passport did not quite resemble his appearance at the time and asked for additional verification. This sparked a brief argument between Xiao Zhan and the officer. "I've traveled abroad hundreds of times with this passport," Xiao Zhan said, according to witnesses. "This is really me." The situation escalated when the security supervisor, Li Mei, was called to the scene. According to internal reports leaked to the media, Li Mei did not recognize Xiao Zhan and stressed that security protocols must be followed without exception, even for celebrities. "We have standard procedures that everyone must follow," Li Mei said in an emergency press conference the airport held later. "We don't differentiate passengers based on their celebrity status." The debate continued for nearly 15 minutes, with the line of passengers getting longer at the back. More and more people recognized Xiao Zhan, and a crowd began to form. The situation reached a critical point when Li Mei decided that Xiao Zhan could not pass the security check and had to return to the public area to resolve her identity verification issue. "They practically kicked her out of the gate," said a fan named Chen Ling who happened to be at the airport. "I couldn't believe what I was seeing. How could they not recognize Xiao Zhan?" News of the incident spread quickly on social media. The hashtag number Xiao Zhan ejected from airport started trending on Weibo within minutes. Fans started pouring into the airport, and the situation potentially got out of hand. Wang Yibo, who happened to be in the same city filming a commercial, got word of the incident through her manager. Without thinking, Wang Yibo canceled her schedule and rushed to the airport. "Wang Yibo arrived like a storm," said Zhao Mei, an airport information officer who witnessed her arrival. Her face was red, and she headed straight for the security area without saying a word to anyone who tried to stop her. "I want to speak to the head of airport security right now," Wang Yibo is heard demanding in a video recorded by passengers. This is unacceptable treatment of a respected citizen and professional. The confrontation took place in the VIP area of the airport, where Wang Yibo confronted Li Mei and several other senior security officers. According to witnesses, Wang Yibo took out his cell phone and showed Xiao Zhan's Wikipedia profile, as well as news articles and official photographs to prove his identity. "Is this not enough to prove who he is?" Wang Yibo asked in a high tone, according to the witness. "Or do you need millions of fans to come here to confirm?" Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan himself seemed uncomfortable with the situation and tried to calm Wang Yibo down. "It's okay, Yibo. It's just a misunderstanding," Xiao Zhan is heard saying in the leaked audio recording. Wang Yibo, however, would not back down. He demanded an explanation as to why there was no prior notification if there was indeed a problem with Xiao Zhan's identification, and why there was no special protocol for dealing with high-profile celebrities who are often the target of crowds of fans. "This is a public safety issue," Wang Yibo insisted. "When you detain a celebrity in a public area without adequate security, you endanger not only him, but also others around him." Wang Yibo's argument began to gain support from other passengers and even some airport staff who recognized the importance of safety protocols for celebrities. Chen Wei, the airport's head of public relations, was eventually called in to address the situation. "We apologize for the inconvenience," Chen Wei was heard telling the two celebrities. "Let us move to a private room to discuss this further." 3 hours after the initial incident, Xiao Zhan was finally allowed to continue her trip after additional verification and an official apology from airport management. Wang Yibo accompanied her to the departure gate, ensuring there were no further problems. However, the reputational damage was already done. Videos and photos of the incident have gone viral across social media platforms. The hashtags "Jerk Xiao Zhan ejected," "Jiru Wang Yibo angry," and "Dollar Airport scandal" dominated the trends on Weibo, Twitter, and other social media platforms. Xiao Zhan's agency, Wajijiwa Entertainment, issued a brief statement hours after the incident. "We appreciate fans' concerns about the incident involving Xiao Zhan at the airport today. We can confirm that this was just an ordinary misunderstanding that has been resolved. Xiao Zhan is grateful for everyone's support and asks fans not to worry too much." The statement seemed to be trying to diffuse the situation, but instead sparked more speculation. Why did the agency call it an ordinary misunderstanding when it clearly involved being expelled from the airport security area? Is there something to hide? Wang Yibo, on the other hand, was more vocal on her social media. In a Weibo post that received over 2 million likes in an hour, she wrote, "The safety and dignity of artists must be respected. No clear protocol for handling situations like this is a serious omission on the part of those responsible. I hope this incident serves as a lesson for all public facilities in the future." Fans of both artists, known as Xiao Zhan Nation and Unique Yibo, were united in their anger towards the airport officials. The hashtag #boycott airport began trending, with fans vowing to avoid the airport until there is an official apology and a guarantee that a similar incident will not be repeated.